Yep. This moment, friends, is the defining moment of this video. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel to another hard mode video. And if you are new, hi, hello, I'm Artsy from the Artsy Gamer. I make art, I play games, and I encourage others to do the same. I messed up, y'all. I messed up on today's video because, see, I had this whole thing where I was going to be like, yeah, we're going to use the colorful wheel to give some hype to Sabotage League, and we're going to go villager hunting based on the number of tickets that we had, or like the number of tickets that we would be using based on the color wheel, and then take that villager. But you know what happened, y'all? You want to know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. I gave away the colorful wheel during my first Sunday auction, and so Peyton has that wheel, and I can't buy it and then move to the next day because that would mean that the plot would autofill. So I have this dice, the stinky dice, this dice that sort of has Sabotage League vibes and hype and all that jazz, but I thought, here's what we're gonna do. Hard mode is that challenge in Animal Crossing where it makes you question your life choices, it makes you wonder why you're doing this, and it makes you just wish that, you know, you have some semblance of control. I guess what I'm going to do, I'm going to just hope for the best. I was really kind of hoping for the colorful wheel, but I can't, and there's a balloon back there. Shout out to balloons, but we are just gonna do it. We're going to do however many tickets that this six-sided dice is going to tell us, and then we're going to take the villager on that island. And if I don't take them, I have to autofill. So that's gonna be fun. Yay! Okay, let's do it. 2 tickets. All right, this is my island. This is my video. I'm gonna do one more reroll. Yeah, I want at least 3. Like at least 3. Okay, 4. That's fine. Yeah, that totally didn't happen. The first roll was just a fever dream. It was a practice. I apologize that I'm gaslighting literally hundreds of people who may be watching this, but this is just how we roll on the Artsy Gamer. You know, I know that I didn't really talk about what I was doing on my island, but I did have kind of like an aha moment with my designing, and I'll show it to you after I go villager hunting, because this is going to be pretty quick. Gonna be honest, it's gonna be quick, and you know me, I have to pontificate and have to find like some secret deep meaning behind everything that I do in my life, because that is what overthinking is all about, friends. It really is. It's great. It's great. I was thinking about doing like a little buildy build to work on the island and actually show you all what I'm working on. Other than that, it's all vibes head empty today. All vibes head empty. I am so nervous. I'm so nervous because I have to take the villager on the 4th ticket, and then I can't take any villager on the Bamboo Island. This is my first Bamboo Island, by the way, of this entire save. Like, I have not seen a bamboo. Oh, it's jitters. Oh, okay, I'm not as upset. However, this is the perfect. It wasn't Jitters, it was Drago. No, I've wanted to have him on my island for literal years, Drago. No. No. Drago, buddy, baby. Be on the 4th ticket, please. Be on the 4th ticket. You know, that sucks. That really sucks. Drago's super cute. Like, y'all, if you have ever had Drago, let me know in the comments how awful this whole thing is. Like, yep. This moment, friends, is the defining moment of this video. Yep. So, ignoring the murderous vibes that I'm giving off, we had a pretty nice haul. I didn't like commit total ecocide, but I got a lot of bamboo pieces because this is my first bamboo island. And I honestly think that the bamboo season DIYs are incredibly underrated. So aside from the fact that I cannot take Drago and I'm really upset about it, who has gifted us a DIY? It's from Biddy. Biddy, what'd you gift us? Golden dishes. You're useless to me, Biddy. So I don't know who I want for this island. I mean, I don't have a Peppy anymore. I don't have a Sisterly anymore. So at this point, I'm kind of hoping just for a lady villager. I say that now, but there are like maybe 1 or 2 that I'm not looking forward to having. But I will say, if I see Hippo on the 4th island, I'm going to be so happy. And I know that everyone's like, Artsy, blink twice, but no, seriously, I still think about him. You know, he just kind of rolled into my DMs, into my campsite, and he was like, hey. And I was like, hey. And then he became delightful, you know? And then he just up and left, and he took my heart with him. And I'm sorry, I know that everyone is like, Hippo is gross, but you know what? You know what hard mode has done for so many people? It's called growth. Growth. And I don't appreciate it because, see, aside from Happy Home Paradise being part of the game that gave villagers some semblance of a personality that was unique to them, I like villagers that I never thought I would like. Lucha is really cool. Is that Julia? Is that our trans icon queen? Oh my goodness. What's really cool though is that I don't often see Julia, and I've never seen Drago before, so I'm not upset. Oh my gosh, but I would also, it would be funny to have replaced a bird with a bird, because I have so many bird villagers on my hard mode island. I don't even know how I do that. It wasn't even on purpose, but oh my god, Julia is so pretty. She's really, really cute. Look at the coloring. I don't think I've ever paid attention to how beautiful her plumage is. Like, I'm not trying to be creepy about it, not like checking in and like getting into her plumage or anything, but she's really adorable. Okay. Well, we've had 2 awesome villagers so far, like villagers that I would not mind having. This is so hard. I mean, granted, I could just be like, the whole dice thing never happened. Yep, no, I'm just gonna do a 10-ticket hunt. But I think also, I like giving villagers a chance. And it's been hard because on my other island where I've been trying to recreate the majority of my original 2020 villager roster, with the exception of a couple, I just like seeing who vibes, you know? It's been really cool to remove all this expectation of, you know, what villager I want and how it's going to be. It's like, it kind of gives them more agency and also gives the island more room to breathe. And a tree stump rug, thank you. Now, I did not get the fossil, so we're going to be doing that. I know that I should be technically just raising all of these islands for resources, but I don't got that kind of time. It's a faceless webcam sort of day. I got stuff to do, places to be, videos to edit. I have actually been really struggling with, I think I've been calling it like the 3P nightmare. It's like the procrastination perfection paralysis, or procrastination paralysis, because I have like videos lined up that I need to work on. And I have been trying to psych myself up to do these videos for days, and I have been having the hardest time getting started, because one video is my members only podcast. And for some reason, there's like this level of vulnerability that I really struggle with putting out there. And it's not to say that I'm not a vulnerable person. You know, I talk about things on Gamers Gab all the time. I talk about things in my stream and other videos all the time. But there's something really intimate about sharing the nitty-gritty of what's going on without turning it into a trauma dump free therapy session for me. I had to be like, it's okay. The people literally don't care. They just want to hear what's going on and what they can expect from your channel. So why is it so hard? but I have been experiencing some level of anxiety and depression the last couple of days, and I'm actually going to go to the doctor about it because, you know, that's what you do when you're a bit concerned for yourself, right? Then with the other videos, I'm trying new things, right? I'm going to be featuring new content and new games in video form, which I don't do. The last time I did that, I think, was for Stardew Valley, and I never picked up Stardew Valley again because I was so overwhelmed by the Stardew Valley expanded mod, because they are not joking. That mod is enormous. There is so many other spaces, so many other characters, and I couldn't focus, and it was really difficult. So I'm trying new things and I'm scared. There's Jitters. I was like, oh, well, that's hilarious. I thought Jitters was the first ticket, but he's actually the third. How cool. Jitters is okay. I agree with this. He reminds me of Brazil. Like, he has the soccer or the football jersey, and he just kind of reminds me of a Brazilian that really likes coffee. Oh, he's a jock. For some reason, I thought he was a lazy. Interesting. Okay, well, we've had a really interesting lineup. 2 of the 3 would have been absolutely okay with having on my island. And Jitters, I don't know. I mean, he would have actually probably worked on Wildview because of the fact that, you know, it's a rotating roster, a resort. So I'm not particularly worried about who takes that spot. I've also just not been decorating my villager homes, and so Flora's area was literally Wade's. So I mean, I really kind of need to hunker down and really get to designing, because I've been really focusing on main areas in the front and trying to take my time. And I've also been procrastinating on doing the custom codes, because it's, you know, doing art's really intensive creatively. It's very tiring. So I am just not looking forward to this. So, last ticket. I either take them or I autofill, which will be fine because I've had some really cool besties come over, and that means that perhaps the people that they've had on their island will be in my move-in queue. It'd be hilarious if K Daisy's Puddles ended up in that spot. You know, Peppy replacing a Peppy. That would be so funny because on Eunoia, Flora replaced Puddles. So if Puddles replaces Flora, that would be hilarious. That would be so funny. I would just poop my pants if that happened. But also, if Hippo is on this ticket, I'm going to be so happy because I want the villagers that haven't stayed on my island. Like, Willow was only on my island for, I kid you not, 24 hours. She unpacked, she was here, and then Amelia booted her. And I was also anticipating a campsite villager for this because it's been a little over a week at this point. So I was like, oh, maybe I can do like the little cheaty thing and go villager hunting and get a campsite villager. But it may happen tomorrow. We may get 2 people moving out. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, I need my emotional support axe. I love the fact that Wilbur's like, yep, it's totally normal for the human to have an axe. Yep, it's totally normal for the human to just... Wait, is this Money Rock Island? No. Oh my god, it's a roux! Okay, this isn't bad. I don't hate it. But also, do I want to risk it for the biscuit? Do I just want to autofill? Carrie is cute. Okay, look, I'm more of a kit girl myself, a kit girly, but we moms gotta stick together. Let me see. Do I want Carrie? As she stares out into the horizon. Wow. Carrie, that's like your next Christian album. Love that for you. You know what, y'all? I think I'm gonna autofill. Yep, I'm gonna autofill. I'm absolutely gonna autofill. 100%. I'm gonna autofill. I'm gonna finish my dailies, obviously. Totally. Absolutely 100% not going to skip the day and just, you know, time travel to the next day. That's not something that Artsy does. Artsy's not a cheater. Okay, y'all. So I've made the decision to autofill, and while I am really sitting with my life choice right now, I'm perhaps going to regret this. I'm probably going to regret this. I am going to finish my dailies, and oh, I can actually just give you a tour. What have I... Wow. Pockets. Thanks, Pockets. A true representation of feminine clothing where we can't hold everything that we need in our lives. Thank you. But anyway, so I'm going to show you what I've been working on for this island, and then I think I'm going to pick a place to just work on a thing. I put all of my crops on the beach, and so I was thinking, where could I put my crops in a way that sort of made sense? And then I realized, here, let me show you all. Let me show you my map so far. I realized that Nate's area would be perfect for kind of like a little farm situation. I mean, it does not match the vibe at all for a coastal town, but we're going to make it work. We're going to make it work. And yeah, I have been kind of busy with the in-game pathing and laying out a bunch of sand to really put emphasis that, yeah, this is a coastal beach town. I decided to change out this idea of putting like white overlay on the in-game pathing to just creating a really nice, beautiful tile. So yeah, shout out to tiles, love it here. And I'm also just applying it to all of the main buildings that you can look at. So I'm going to be changing out the museum with this entire tile. And oh, that's where I couldn't find this. So I'm gonna just take that back. So I love the layout of the museum, but I think the tile is going to make it look a little bit more put together. I had this idea to turn this into a mosaic, which I think if I had made these individual tiles designed like this, it would have turned out a little bit better, but I got a little stressed out and I'm just like, we're doing one tile, okay? One tile. And I do love the fact that we have some sea creature fossils here, a little bit of art back here, some fishes and some fish and things. So I am feeling really good about this area. It's more that, I don't know. I know that Normcore islands are great, but is this Normcore? Like, am I a normie? Oh. Buddy, what? Are we getting to be besties? You're literally calling me a food item. Aw. My friendship levels have been improving on this island too. I think I've maxed out friendship with Tian Sheng, Nate, and Hamfrey. And this is also the other area that I have been working on slowly but surely, and that feels a lot better. I added a little bit to the side over the Able Sisters to kind of make it look a little bit, I don't know, coastal, I guess. And that's basically all I have for this island, is just the front area. Everything else is kind of a mess. So I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, so you can see Flora's area, which is basically 2 items. I am not looking forward to the next day, y'all. I'm not looking forward to the next day. And by the next day, I mean literally 5 minutes from now. Yep. Literally 5 minutes from now. I've already gone to Katrina. I've already purchased from Sahara and did all of the economic stuff. I think all I have left is stretching, getting a fish, and customizing items, which will be great to adding more to my Nook Miles redemption roster. And what am I doing? Why? No, we're not throwing stuff away. So let's do some customizing. So I learned this trick from EJ, where when he was doing hard mode, he was basically just customizing his tools, because that's a quick and easy thing and you don't have to build something. I mean, obviously, if you are playing the game correctly, unlike me, you probably could find something that you can build and then just customize, but today is not that day. I don't have the time. I don't have the time. Okay, we got the fish, and now... So we finished the Nook Miles requirements, which is so satisfying. I like clearing them up from left to right. So, like, look at that. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. My thumb is getting quite the workout. I mean, it is the most swole part of my body, let me tell you. I actually do really enjoy doing stretching like with the motion because I do it with my son in the mornings. And he doesn't pay attention to me, he pays attention to the characters, but it's really fun to actually do these. And I finally got all of the reactions where I can do these stretches whenever the heck I want. So that was really fun. And I don't know, it's really nice to kind of like tune in with your body with a low impact sort of experience. I know that it's not accessible to everybody for those who may have mobility issues, but I don't know, it's just really fun to connect with the game this way. I'm also the sort of person that likes being active with other people, not necessarily competitively, but like we're doing something together and we're working to improve ourselves. I don't know, I've really enjoyed some aspects of hard mode that I didn't think would become part of my daily routine, even if it wasn't a requirement. Like, I do it on my other island too. But you also get like super cool reactions, so you should get on that. It's super fun, and it's only a couple of minutes. I know that some people are like, ugh, the stretching, but I had a fun time. So I think this is a good point to have future Artsy time travel to the next day. And we'll see who our new friend is. All right, it is totally not like 10 minutes after. Like, we absolutely just waited and we were patient until the next day to see, of course we do. See, I told y'all this was going to happen. It was either going to be the same day that I had an empty plot, or it was going to be the next day. So we get to have 2 heart attacks in one single video, friends. And you know what's super fun is the campsite is right next to Laura's old plot. We're going to see who autofilled. It would be hilarious if the game was like, no, screw you in particular. Actually, what's going to happen is it's going to be an empty plot. Imagine, it's going to be an empty plot. Okay, wait, y'all. Are the RNG gods telling me it's going to be a good day? Is it a good day? Because we have CJ. Let's go. Okay. All right, first and foremost. Are you serious? Yep, this game was absolutely screw you in particular. Yep. Do you see this? Do you see this disrespect? Oh my god. Oh my god. I hate this. This game just... Alright, just pulling off the band-aid. Oh my god. I'm so scared. I literally have my eyes closed, my hands are covered, and... Oh! I was thinking about Simon recently. I mean, he's not a peppy or a sisterly girly, but he's cute. I mean, I don't hate it. We now have 2 monkeys on the island, which is totally fine. Tian Shang and him will be besties, I'm sure. I've never had Simon on my island before, and hopefully he's not going to be like... So when Maple showed up on my island as the most recent campsite visitor, it was like she kept choosing black cards and black spades. And so, because I'm a red heart sort of person. That's how I always pick. It's just the easiest one. You have 1 of 4 chances. So just like be consistent. And for some reason, yep. Simon, buddy. Okay, he's cute. All right, I don't hate this. This will be fine. But Simon, this isn't about you. Actually, this is actually supposed to be about you. Simon, come live on the island. No, I don't want to. Okay. No, I don't need the rules. Simon, buddy. I am going to be building Please. There we go. Thank you for my raincoat. I actually don't have one, which is great. Simon, I need to get to decorating. No. I mean, the energetic sweater, though, sounds like a really great gifting option. That would be cute. No. Simon, buddy. See, this is why I need to be better about, like, just picking one thing to do for a video. Because what I end up doing is I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go villager hunting. And then I'm going to go, like, build a thing. And then I'm going to talk about, like, deep stuff. And so now here I am. Make it reality, please. What? Simon! Simon. Buddy, are you serious? Simon. Simon, come on. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. No, we're not doing this today. I mean, I will be moving Simon on. I will be doing my darndest. I tend to do the 3 tries and then whatever sort of rule because I don't got time. If they're going to be little tarts about it, I'm not going to enable that behavior. Anyway, so hello, Kurt. Good morning. So this is the area that I want to turn into a nice little farm. I probably should have purchased the windmill. Yeah, I probably should have done that. But I did order a couple of things and we're going to start transferring the crops over here. This isn't going to be a complete finished build. It's going to be like, I'm going to start laying out the various areas for the farm itself and probably do a little bit of building for DIY stuff. And of course, like CJ is like, hey, like tempting me to be like, hey, have you considered perhaps just stopping what you're doing, stopping this video, and doing a Sea Sports challenge because I will buy all of your fish. I don't have as much fish this time. I do not, but it's okay. Is he singing? I love Kurt. He's great. I don't know why I was like, I don't know about Kurt. He's pretty great. He's pretty delightful. So I was thinking of, no, we're not going to do it that way, of like having various spots that are filled in for just the random, like for crops and things. So having it here, having it back here, or I don't know. I'm just the joys of designing an Animal Crossing is just running around in circles, having no bloody idea what you're doing. You know what I'm gonna do? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to grab the things that I had ordered the day before because it was totally yesterday, 100%. I also really did like the idea of turning that area into a, you know, like a little farmer's market. So I absolutely need to find some inspiration into making a little farmer's market section for Animal Crossing. So I found a really cute photo that, you know, it's from Pinterest. So you know how much I love that. And when I went to go, you know, find credit for this particular image, the link was broken. It's on Instagram. So I think this originally came from Happy Horizons. If that's you, I just want to say that I love your image. It's super cute. It's super darling. I think that you are beauty, grace, all that jazz. So what we're going to do is we're going to do something similar. We're going to give Nate more of like, we're going to put it right here actually. And then I guess, I don't know what to do here. Maybe I'll add a little bit more of like, more of the, I am like losing words right now. I'll add more crops here, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start it this way. Yeah. And here, oh, we're actually going to be using, y'all, we're going to actually be using the simple fencing because I am not a simple fencing person. I've never been able to figure out how to make it work for me. And I don't care if this is normcore as hell. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And maybe, ooh, you know what we can also do? We can do some customization for fencing. Listen. That's gonna be super fun. So, you know what we can also do? We're going to use the country fencing too. I almost never use the country fencing. Yes, Kurt, validate me. Thank you. Much appreciated. And we can also use some of the DIYs that are just so beautiful in the game. My dude, Kurt, come on. Move. I swear, he's like a cat. Just like getting behind your chair or sitting behind you in the kitchen while you're prepping. I know that you're probably looking at your cat being like, yep, that's exactly what that's like. I used to have a cat that would sit behind me while I was cooking, and she was so quiet about it. And then when I went and I turned, she would get so upset that I ran into her, and I was like, listen, girly, if you are gonna be like this, you need to move. God, I miss that cat. Shout out to cats. Just cats are awesome. This is the part of the video where everyone just looks forward to hearing like Artsy have deep things, right? I have been thinking about doing videos on like content creator or streaming etiquette for people that are perhaps new to streaming or being part of a streamer's space. And my first video that I wanted to work on was how to befriend a streamer, but also acknowledging that not all streamers are the same, that not everyone approaches community building the same way, all that jazz. Wait, did I? Oh, you can't customize. I was like, you can't customize the country fencing. What the heck? Let me see. Well, maybe we'll just be, yeah, we'll just do normal wooden fencing, whatever. I have been thinking a lot about content creator envy. And you know what I'm talking about, friends. You know, it's just like you see a content creator friend who is just doing the most, is doing great work with their content and their channel, and they're growing. And you start experiencing that little green monster on your shoulder named Majesty Envy, and you feel like the worst friend because for some reason you can't simply just be happy for your friend being successful because you want the same. And there is a difference between envy and jealousy. So first and foremost, your experiences with envy are totally normal and valid. I have been trying to repurpose what envy is actually trying to tell you. So envy is your brain telling you that you want something that somebody also has, right? And that's basically the gist of it. You don't want it in spite of them. That's what jealousy is. It's kind of like the way that I describe the difference between jealousy and envy is that let's say that you have two cats and you're petting one and the other one attacks the other cat so that they can have attention and not them. That's what jealousy is. Envy is a pair of cats where one's being pet, but the other one also wants to be pet, and so they slide in and then they get pets too. That's basically the distinct difference between those two feelings. And both are incredible tools of trying to figure out like what you feel that you're lacking in life. I know the past couple of content creators that I've had on Gamers Gab have been like, you know, we need to stop comparing ourselves to our friends. To an extent, I agree. I think that it really is a disservice to the work that you have done, as well as the work that, you know, your content creator friends have done. And it sort of renders us into like capitalistic expectations of being competitive. And, you know, there is a way to handle this with grace, you know, and compassion. And the way that I do is that whenever I have a little bit of envy going on, I lean into it and I celebrate the literal heck out of the content creator that I'm envious of. And I think it's really important to recognize that, you know, you are envious of somebody's final edits. You can never really know what's going on with them at any given point in time, because they may be working 12, 14 hours or doing so much more than you realize. The one thing that I recognize about my envy is that whenever I see a content creator who is really just vibing and really getting that momentum that they truly should be recognized for, it's because they have the time and I don't. That's really the basis of my envy on any given day, is that I'm like, man, I really wish that I had that energy, that time, that drive, that ability to be on task. I wish that I had that general know-how, that with all the research that I'm sure that they have done. That, to me, is usually a sign, especially when it comes to envy, is that it's time for growth. We need to be leaning into growth that's uncomfortable. I really appreciated that being uncomfortable is such a hard thing to dive deep into, because no one particularly likes being uncomfortable, right? Like, it's uncomfortable. No one likes to have to sit with big feelings that perhaps make you feel like the worst friend. And what I want to say is the only way that you would be a bad friend in this case is if you somehow made your struggles your friend's fault. You know, it's like, this is truly not a race. It's really not. We are here to share parts of ourselves, and only you can make the content that best reflects who you are. You can't replicate other people's stuff. You can't be them, but you can be you. And I think it's really important that any envy that you experience, you can use your friend's content as learning opportunities of what they're doing. And so I was really inspired by quite a few content creators actually to get into making shorts. And so I made 3. And for the most part, like, for somebody who just started, they turned out okay, I think. Like, I feel that they did really well as my first ever shorts. And if I focused specifically on making shorts, I probably would be doing better. But, you know, it was really just me trying new things. And I've also, as I said, I'm talking about making videos that share other games that people may want to play, which is something that, oh, I don't have enough wood, which is something that I think a lot of people are wanting to learn about now that the game that brought us all together, Animal Crossing, is, you know, it's an established part of our community, but there's nothing new. And so I think a lot of people are trying to figure out, content creators specifically, it's like, well, what can I do to share that same momentum and that same joy and apply it to other games? And that's the other thing that I have to recognize, is that I have said multiple times that I am not the content creator that you should go to for the whole, like, the 5 upcoming farming sim games. Like, it's not that I think that I couldn't provide a unique spin to it. It's more that that's not what I'm interested in doing. And you have to recognize, friends, that the choices that you make with your content do have consequences, positive and negative. And so what I recognized about the envy that I had was knowing that a lot of the content creators who are getting successful and getting successful quickly have made a decision about their content that will lead to very consistent and very immediate growth. And for me, I've kind of always been that person that would rather just go at my own pace, because I have done the silly thing of having a lot of expectation about my content and my growth, and just expectations of what it was going to look like. And, you know, when you apply money to that, it tends to really become very toxic really quickly. I have been very conscientious about taking it slow. And I also have to recognize that the responsibilities that I have in my life are my top priority right now. I am unwilling to sacrifice the relationship with my family in order to grow as a channel. Something that I have been very reassured about is, you know, often when we are in the thick of something, in this case for me it's postpartum, that I feel like it's going to be forever. You know, I feel like it's going to be the, like this is how it's going to be for all of my days, that I'm going to be defined by my time as a parent to a young child. And this is going to be the most dependent my son is going to be with me forever. Like, this is it. This is the only time that we're going to have where he is truly dependent on me on a like survival level. And he's going to get to the point where, you know, he's going to want to do his own things. He's going to go to school. And so I have to consider the trajectory moving forward as, you know, I've made decisions to do something in starting a family. And being in the thick of it is really hard to see what's going to come out on the other side. It's so difficult, especially when you compare yourself to other people who are perhaps new moms or who perhaps have, you know, a similar experience, but they're doing something different, or they are, you know, really bopping right now. And what I recognized recently, and I have to keep reminding myself, is like, I had major abdominal surgery, y'all. Like, I had an emergency C-section. And I know that I really don't want to like trauma dump, but I did have a pretty traumatic trying to conceive journey. I had a traumatic labor and birth, and just postpartum was really hard. I'm not saying that the early months of child rearing are at all a cakewalk, but I do have to recognize that my personal experiences have made my healing a lot longer. And I always want to encourage people to give themselves those kid gloves, you know, that this is not a competition. This is literally YouTube. People are going to watch what they want to watch, and there is a community for everybody. There really is. And the way that you approach your content should be the way that you approach how you want to share yourself, how you want to leave a mark on the world. And at the end of the day, like, this is YouTube. It's content that is impactful in the sense that, like, so as long as it made a mark for you, that's all that really matters. It's because you're not going to be on your deathbed, y'all, like wishing that you had gone viral on YouTube. I highly doubt it. I mean, I know that a lot of people for this, it's like it's their job and they take it seriously, and that's all worthwhile. But I think we also need to realize that our creativity is so much more than whatever capitalistic value that the algorithm puts on it. And so when it comes to envy, I like to consider it, as I said, a learning opportunity. It's also recognizing your limitations. We place a lot of personal limitations on ourselves, and granted, there is a lot of limitations that we have to accept. You know, we have to accept that sometimes our life just takes precedence. You know, my limitations are that I only have a couple of hours in the day to literally do anything productive, because, you know, my son requires focus when he's awake and when he's, you know, not eating. I have probably anywhere between 4 and 6 hours to not only record content and edit content, but like do the house cleaning that I want to get done, go food shopping, take care of myself, exercise. And that is a time sink. It's absolutely a time sink. I don't believe that people really acknowledge as one. They're like, where did my time go? I was so lazy. No, you were having to focus on something that was really important. And it's just really unfortunate that we don't necessarily have 30 plus hours in the day to devote to the things that we want to work on instead of the things that we have to. So yeah, I know that I've been kind of just like talking about envy and stuff and just building, but yeah, this is basically sort of kind of a copy paste of what the person did. I'm really sad that the link was broken. I would love to link the work that they have, but I do like making like this whole area right over here, some farmland, so that this is just like a nice little walk here. This is feeling a lot more in line with what I was hoping for. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Maybe what I can do is can I put greenhouse box here? Ooh, I like that. That's super nice. Oh, and then you know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do the one here. Yeah, we're just gonna do the one. Yeah, that's cute. Oh, that's so cute. I promise you all, I'm going to change this right here to be the darker brown. Either that, or I'm just going to change his house. I don't know which one is easier, or how lazy I am. And then, oh, I was going to put like a stool somewhere. And then I was also thinking about the castle gate to be like a nice, cute little walkway. Hold on. No. If I was terraforming, you know, it would be really cute is that I could turn this into a walking bridge and then this be the walkway there. That would have been really darling, but I don't think that's going to work either. At some point, I'd like to figure out how to use the castle items for this build, but I don't think it's going to be today. And basically, this build is probably going to get my butt in gear so that I can actually, you know, get started with this. Balloon, today is not the day. It's not the day. It's not your time. What did we get? Ooh, a caprese sand. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so I like this layout. I mean, obviously, this is not going to be particularly great for, you know, putting plants down for money purposes. But I am really liking the layout for this. And, you know, what I may do? I'm going to do this. Yep. Country fencing. I learned this tip recently where you just keep going down until you can turn it sideways. I was wondering how people were able like put fencing behind villager homes, and I felt so silly that it took me that long to realize that you start sideways. I mean, granted, I'm not a pro gamer, so just like take it for the grain of salt that I have. I'm really trying to like the country fencing, and I don't know if I like it like that. So I'll sit with this. I do want to make sure that there is a barrier here. You know, this could use some shrubs. So let's see if I can find a shrub somewhere. Did I put, okay, here. Oh, yes. Kept all the shrubs. Love that. No! Again, a great representation of the fashion industry. Also, there's a bug over there. I don't know if y'all see it. You see it? I need that mantis. I need that mantis like I need another cup of coffee. Don't anybody breathe. Whatever you do. Got it. Haha! We're going to put this here. Seriously, Balloon? Really? I'm busy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jeebus. Balloon, listen, I didn't mean it. Come back. You're yellow. You perhaps have money. You perhaps have money. Please. Please be money. Or a DIY. You are neither of those things. Balloon, you're dead to me. So, I mean, as I said, I'm not going to finish this build today, but I wanted to get the layout and say that, like, I did a thing. I'm going to put a couple of crops here, and then I'm going to move the crops all the way down here. I'm also going to talk to this man, get that done. But, oh yeah, and I have to. I'm going to give Simon 2 more tries. 2 more tries. And if he is being a little tart, we are going to move to the next day. And we are going to see who autofilled. Simon, please do not be like Maple, where it literally took me an hour to get her onto my island, please. Simon, I don't want to play a game. Can you fill my plot so I can finish this video? Please. Please. Simon. Red. Simon. You know what I love about this moment, y'all? We give our villagers this sense of agency. We relinquish a lot of control with hard mode. And they still are just, they're such tarts. But I at least, you know, I got to see some awesome villagers. I do regret just not taking Carrie, because then I would have 2 villager friends that I would get to just panic about. This is the 3rd time, Simon. Simon, I swear to Nintendo, if you don't say yes, don't tell Pat. Nope. 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 It's not worth it. Nope. I wanted to be shocked and crying that I had an autofill, and Simon's just being a tart about it. So I'm going to deal with the fact that one of our sugar daddies, our sugar fishies, is here, and he's going to take literally all of my fish. I'm gonna do the dailies, totally, 100% gonna do the dailies. And then we're going to see who flipping autofilled, okay? This video is a lot more stressful than I had planned. I was just like, oh, we're gonna go on a cutesy little quirky villager hunt, and that's not what happened. All right, CJ. Sugar Fishy, buddy, prepare to pay me a lot of money. Unfortunately, CJ did not give me a lot of bells this time around. I also took the liberty, since I've been a dirty, dirty time traveler, to sell my turnips. So it was also not a lot, but hey, I made some money for the day. Simon, I'm not playing. No. If he's going to be all like, oh no, maybe I could, but maybe I won't, and you know, all that jazz, I'm not playing. So we're gonna see who autofills. Oh, it's a rainy day. Let's go. All right, I know that it's not Saturday. Like, listen, I was a dirty time traveler. I'm very well aware that I was a cheater McCheaterson. I fully acknowledge this. I'm not going to hide my shame, but we're going to see who autofilled. We're going to see who autofilled. We're going to finish this video with a bang. It'd be hilarious if there wasn't What? What?